2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and David Aldridge. Special treat for our viewers this evening. The sports guy, Bill Simmons, is with us.
It's half of a special treat as Brent Barry is, but I'm going to do my best.
Brent Barry's pretty good.
He's really good at stuff.
Yeah. He reads you a lot.
Half a treat is better than the whole treat, right? I mean,
honored to be here.
Looking at the last game for the Orlando Magic, it was a loss to the Timberwolves. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So on the floor for Orlando. Inside, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Augustine and Fournier are in the backcourt. And it's Isaac in at the small forward position.
Now, this is where Giannis does all of his damage. He gets inside the paint, has the size to work you back, and then stretch out and score.
And there's the call on Malcolm Brogdon. That is his first foul of the game.
Kind of a ticky-tack foul there, but you have to be aware that's how the refs are going to blow the whistle tonight.
Here's Gordon. Falls back and drains the fadeaway jumper.
I love watching Isaac find the open teammate. Has great floor awareness out there and just knows when one of his guys has a clean look.
Now here's Bledsoe. Lopez outside. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Lock at 6. Over Gordon. And Antetokounmpo gets it to go.
See the way Giannis kept going and kept his eye on the basket? That helped.
Bill, your long-lost cousin Ben Simmons headlined a tremendous rookie class in 2017. And people might think it's the best rookie season ever in the history of the league.
A lot of good players. Simmons, Mitchell, Tatum. Do we count Simmons in that class, though? I guess
well, since he won the Rookie of the Year, let's put him in.
All right, we'll put him in there. I think if you come out of a year of rookies and you get one guy who has a chance to be a franchise guy, that's a good thing. We had 3. If you're doing 3 a year for 10 years, you have the most ridiculous league of all time. I think the talent ebbs and flows, and we've had stretches. Like I think last decade, in the 2000s, especially like from about 03 to 07, 08, like we were just short all-stars. We were just short a few guys, and you saw teams like the Nets with Jason Kidd made the finals 2 years in a row. You saw the Ben Wallace Pistons team actually win the title
with no superstar.
Right, and you saw, in 06, the Pistons. Remember, they were on pace to win 70 games. They had 4 All-Stars. The league just wasn't that good, and now it's flipped, and it's so loaded. I think from a talent standpoint, as good as any year since 1993.
Wow, that's a big statement.
Yeah, 25 years ago. We're just loaded with guys who could be Hall of Famers someday, or 8-time All-Stars, things like that. So now you look at this 17 class, and Simmons, Mitchell, Tatum, just right there. That's awesome. I still believe in Lonzo. And I still believe in De'Aaron Fox. I think those guys can be all-stars too.
Now, here's Bledsoe. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. Here's Lopez, and the call on the shot sends him to the line. That one on Vucevic. Milwaukee shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And 74% has been the mark for them on the season thus far.
That's a strange trip because typically he's pretty much money from there.
Guys, they've been getting it done.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough to stop.
It's good.
Their offense is rolling. A perfect start. 4 of 4 so far.
Bledsoe against Augustine. And they pick up 2. Bill, it's interesting. More than 50 colleges and universities now offers scholarships in esports. I did not know this. And that number is probably only going to go up.
Yeah, and it makes sense, too. What's more popular, esports or water polo? No offense to the water polo players, but come on. Come on.
These kids love it. They cannot get enough of these games.
Yeah, we should have every coach should have these games.
Man.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Augustine against Bledsoe. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Brogdon the pass to Bledsoe. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it. On offense, here are the Magic. They're on a 14-4 run right now. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. And Fournier kicks to Vucevic. And that basket pushes the lead to double digits. Vucevic has got his first points of the night. Milwaukee trails by 10. And Milwaukee calls their first timeout of the game. Middleton with it. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
What?
Magic leading by 10. Now Augustine, looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Vucevic against Lopez, and that's going to be a foul.
Thank you. We're going to walk in this shit.
Bucks have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Bill, we've seen the NBA take steps to amend the draft lottery. Any further changes that you might recommend?
The biggest thing I would do is I just don't think you should be able to finish in the top 3 2 years in a row. I think there has to be some sort of schmuck insurance for moves to the league. I'm fine rewarding the one bad season, but when you're just continuously bad, the year that Cleveland, when they won the lottery 3 out of 4 years, I just thought that was a travesty.
Just didn't feel like it.
No, it's just wrong. There's 30 teams in the league, and you have a team that really blows the LeBron James era and just surrounds it with the wrong people, and he leaves, and then really can't stay out of its way for the next couple of years, and they just keep getting the #1 pick. I don't agree with that. I think that's bad. I also thought it was bad that Philly was able to get #3 and #1 in back-to-back years, and it's bad that the Celtics were able to get the 3rd pick and then the 1st pick. So that would be the one thing I would do. I don't think it should. I don't think you should be able to successfully fail for multiple years.
Here's Middleton. The Magic getting the bucket. Back to Antetokounmpo.
Come on, yo, what the fuck, man?
Here's Isaac. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Fournier gets a wide open look, and it's off from 3-point range. And here's Middleton bringing it up now for the Bucks, trailing by 10.
What a quarter right here, establishing some confidence. 4 of 5 shooting the ball.
Orlando's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Bledsoe against Augustine. It's Fournier on the wing. Steady offensive output from him, averaging more than 16 points a game. Antetokounmpo kicks to Middleton. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Magic leading by 8. Isaac passes to Fournier. He's looking for Gordon and finds him on the mark with the 15-footer. Gordon's got 9.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Timeout called the Bucks. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Pretty surprised he missed that shot. The defense was decent, but not really a factor.
Always a spirited debate, Bill, around the NBA.
Rebound over niggas,
Which
man.
team
Rebound,
was the best
man.
ever? I know you have an opinion on a lot of this stuff.
Yeah, I used to feel really strongly about my opinion on this, but I think basketball has changed so much over this decade that I'm not even positive how you could compare what this Warriors team is versus what I always thought the '86 Celtics were the best team, but the '86 Celtics were built. I always compared it to a hockey team on a power play, and just trying to get closer and closer to the net and crowd the net, and they were just built around getting layups and the best possible shots. The Warriors are built around math and shooting threes and spacing the floor. And if you took the '86 Celtics and indoctrinated them in that style for 5 years, they all would have been shooting threes, and they probably would have done it better than the Warriors, but I don't know. So I almost have like the before-after with theirs. I think the Warriors are the best team of the math era, but I still think the '86 Celtics were the best start-to-finish season anyone's had. The dark horse for me was the '01 Lakers, the second Lakers team. When Shaq and Kobe, they'd won the year before, rocky first few months, and then they figured out whatever they needed to figure out, and Phil Jackson probably sprinkled some Zen fairy dust on them or whatever he did, and they just ripped through the league. And they came very close to going undefeated in the playoffs. So that would be my dark horse.
Here's Wilson, laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Well, he could just see over the defense. The eyes to spot the open man. Giannis flourishing right now as a facilitator.
Now, here's Fultz.
Oh, come on, man.
And here is Isaac. Pass to Gordon. 5 to shoot. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
Fucking man.
Looking back up, Bill, on our discussion of the greatest teams from different eras. What about those Chicago teams with Jordan in the 90s?
You know, the best one was probably the '92 team, but I really do think the league got a little diluted there in the '90s because of expansion. I don't think there was like the quote-unquote best Bulls team. I think Jordan was so great, he made it look probably a little easier than it was, but you know, there's teams, they never really went against a great center other than 95 and 96 against Shaq. And, you know, the NBA pretends this never happened, but the Magic beat them when Michael came back from baseball, and Shaq and Horace Grant destroyed them. They were just too big for them. So, you know, for me, I still think that Shaq-Kobe 01 team was really great. Like, those guys were averaging 30 points a game each that year. And we're just unstoppable. All the role players are really good. They had Big Shot Rob on that team, and Fisher, and Brian Shaw, Rick Fox. Like, that was a really good team. But I still think the '86 Celtics, having 4 Hall of Famers in the front court, DJ, Danny Ainge, the home court advantage, Bird at his peak of his powers, like, I would still say that.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Milwaukee shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. Bill, you've done quite a few player interviews over your life, and I'm sure there are some guys that have surprised you with what they've got to say.
Yeah. I think we're in a really cool generation.
Yo, let me have some bullshit go in. What kind of
these
fucking
really thoughtful
bullshit
guys
ass shit
who
was
aren't
that?
afraid to share stuff. You know, some of the guys try to protect their images and their kind of their manufactured reputations, I would say, to some degree. But for the most part, the candidness of some of these guys, you can't hide on the podcast. If I had you for an hour.
Turn that shit off, man.
You're not going to be able to dodge stuff. You're going to have to talk.
You challenge people, which is that's the beauty of the podcast.
Well, and I don't have notes, so I do it. I'm looking at you, you're looking at me, and we're going. And
It's
you
how
got to be
Larry
ready.
King, it's how Larry King used to do it.
Yeah. So some guys are ready. Like Durant was great. Durant was ready to talk. We did 5 podcasts, and everything's on the table with him. But my favorites are, you know, somebody like Kyrie came in, really smart, kind of sort of ready to go, but not totally, but then got into it. And those are usually the best ones.
I want to get back to what we were chatting about, Bill, with how today's NBA players are so media ready, whether it be interviews or social media. Your take is really interesting.
I think in general, all these guys, The guys now are so used to talking to people and being in front of people. And, they're not surprised by questions, and they know how to handle themselves. They know how to not get in trouble, and they're comfortable.
Maybe kind of grown up with you, though, too. You've been relevant for many years.
Well,
they've grown up with your stuff.
To be honest, a lot of them just know me as the white guy on NBA Countdown. They might not have read me, but they remember like the year I was with Jalen Rose. But what's weird
I
is
think you'd be surprised more.
Well, you know this too. When you're on TV, the credibility you get from being on TV, I wasn't prepared for within the NBA.
Oh, really?
I think that's true. Yeah, I think it's like, oh, he's on TV, he's okay. And maybe they don't agree with you all the time, but you pass some imaginary checkpoint with those guys.
Well, you may think that TV was your validation. This is going to be your validation.
Oh, 100%.
2K. This is it. I'm stamping you right now.
This is better than winning a Pulitzer Prize.
For Orlando, they have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79%
I'll take that.
as a team.
Bitch-ass niggas.
And he sinks the second.
The raw talent Bamba has, just so impressive. A shot blocking specialist who also makes an impact on the offensive end.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. He's got 10. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. 6 on the shot clock. Hill inside. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Hill's got his third basket of the night right there.
Longer than most players at his position, and with that frame, I like how George Hill uses it all to score over the defense.
And so it's the Orlando Magic in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're feeling very confident. Already a superstar, Antetokounmpo talked about how much more.
I'm just trying to focus on the court.
I think he's already a top 10 player with his skill set and physical tools, Greg. He can be an all-time great.
He's shown the dedication. I think he's only going to get better.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And when you consider how the Magic are doing, what do you think?
Getting high percentage looks, wearing down that defense on the inside.
Such a great way to get yourself into an offensive groove and build up some early confidence.
Antetokounmpo is out there with Wilson. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon. Then there's Hill. And it's Mirotic in at the 3. So that's who Milwaukee starts the second with. Bill, you watched the NBA evolve. Talk about some of the biggest changes over the last decade you've seen.
The three-point line and the threes or foul shots philosophy, I think, is the biggest thing. Just the pace of the game has really improved, and to a really pleasing way for fans. Like just what Steve Nash was doing last decade and those Suns teams, that everybody's playing that way now. I think the social media and the players basically getting rid of the wall between them and the fans, using social media, using Instagram, and we just feel like we know these guys better. And their ability to control their own message now versus where they were 10 years ago. It all started with the decision of LeBron James and his character this whole decade. And these guys now, they can get whatever message out they want. They can criticize the president. They can criticize their own team. They can ask for a trade. If they get called out by some writer or somebody wants a hit piece, they can go back at the guy and sick all their fans on the writer.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Olden.
Well, guys, the Orlando Magic has struggled to find difference-making players in the draft or in free agency. Their goal is to get younger but get better at the same time. And it's difficult to do, even in the Eastern Conference, but Orlando is determined to get this right. Kevin?
And the journey continues for them and a lot of teams. D.A., thank you.
We can talk about it over and over again, Kevin. Antetokounmpo combines size and versatility in ways we just haven't seen, at least up until the Greek Freak's arrival.
Going back to our topic from a moment ago, Bill, you mentioned the interaction between players and social media and how that's become a new facet, a skill we're seeing daily from players.
There's just way more accountability now. And I'm really impressed by how polished the guys are that come in the league now. And I think the LeBron generation, LeBron, Wade, some of Chris Bosh, some of those guys from the last generation that came up and became vets and really knew how Paul Pierce, who knew how to handle their business. Now these new guys come in, they're 19, 20 years old, and they act like they're 30. I'm sure you see it at the games.
Shocking.
Whereas in the 90s, it was a
Shame
free-for-all.
God.
And you had these guys who, if you gave them a live mic, you were terrified. And now these guys are 19 years old giving, like, long interviews to reporters. It's how are you doing this?
Tatum in particular is very
Tatum's
impressive.
already good at being a bad interview. Like, he doesn't say anything. He knows how to dodge any question. It's like, you're 19. How do you know how to do this?
Unbelievable. Poked away. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Wilson.
Oh my God!
By Gordon.
The
And
fuck?
work on the glass. Once again, guys, and they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
But beyond the physical stuff, what I like about Giannis right now is the feel for the game. That time, great timing defensively.
Now we've seen some top prospects forgo college, enter the G League straight out of high school. What do you think is the future of the G League, and do you like where it sits right now?
I do. I wish they spent more money on salaries.
I agree.
I wish they blew it out. I mean, I think this is the first year we've had 30 G League teams. This should be the #1 place you'd want to go after high school. You should not want to go to college. You should want to go to a AAA
It's set
awesome
up.
league that's set up.
And they're bringing kids up and down off that G League roster all the time.
It's just better, and you're going to have a better chance to succeed as a professional basketball player. You see the situation we're in now with the one-and-done guys. They go to college. They show up in September. They're playing all the way through till March. Whenever they get knocked out, they drop out of college. And they might last, till round 2 in the tournament, which is March 20th? And they're out. So they've been in college for 6.5 months. How's that a good system? They don't even finish 2 semesters. So I would much rather see the G League
Nigga, block that shit?
work, and I don't understand why they don't spend a little more on it and just make it like a force. I don't think the moves are that hard.
A little bit of trickeration with that
Bullshit
one.
ass
Gets that one to go
turnaround
against the
when
list.
niggas got
Did
7
you
feet
just say
under the rim.
trickeration, GA? I think it's a size
Damn
disadvantage
bull
there that he was
leg, man.
willing to attack, but had to develop that
Yeah.
skill set and have counters.
A different look for Milwaukee. Lopez comes in for DJ Wilson. And it's Ilyasova in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. The Magic also changing it up. Vucevic checked in for Gordon. And Fournier subbed in for Jaren Grant. Middleton finds Bledsoe.
Oh, what the fuck is foul at, man?
Bamba's got his 6th rebound on the night.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive. Really on the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Orlando shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. Jonathan Isaac, he's checked in for Orlando. And so it's Milwaukee now. A 12-point game. When this game is done, they'll be off to Chicago as they take on the Bulls. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. Here's Brogdon. Nice touch on the shot from close range. Brogdon's got 4 points this quarter.
Brogdon right now picking out his spots there, straight line drive, and then powers right through it to score.
Here's Fournier. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet. And the Magic lead by 12. Bill, with last year's do-or-die season finale between Minnesota and Denver, final game of the regular season, momentum is gathering for a play-in tournament and for the last 2 playoff spots. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I wrote about this in 2007. I called it the Entertaining as Hell tournament, where basically the first 7 seeds were guaranteed, and the 16 teams that didn't make it
Suffocating.
out of the 2 conferences, they just went
play-in,
head-to-head, single elimination. And then you have the final 2 games in New York City, and you blow it out, and you have a fun thing with it. I think that Minnesota-Denver game was important, and maybe the solution is you have the 6 seeds guaranteed in each conference, and then you have 7, 8, 9, 10 in each conference, and you just have playing games. You have 7 versus 10, you have 8 versus 9. You do it over the course of a couple days. You use the TV revenue from that, because you could get good money from that, to maybe shorten the season. Which would be, for me, the #1 thing I would change about the league. I think we should have a 70-game season. You could talk me into 76, but there's too many games. there's too many nights where the players, I just think basketball is really hard to play.
Bledsoe against Augustine. Fournier trying to break loose. Offensive rebound. Now here's Middleton. He's covered by Isaac. A wide open look here for Lopez. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Lopez has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Brogdon. The pass to Lopez. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Lopez has got 5.
Pretty good awareness there from Malcolm Brogdon, capable of spotting the open teammate on that side of the ball.
Augustine dishes to Fournier.
Oh, how the fuck that shit still go in?
Shooting tonight.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
Bledsoe kicks to Brogdon. Shoots over Fournier. The shot that time.
But I can't make
on
shit.
target.
This fucking
And it's
game
the
is
Magic
mad
taking it the other
fucking
way.
rigged, Joe.
Augustine passes to Fournier. Magic moving the ball around. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Box the fuck out,
And the
man.
Magic lead by 13.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
And that one's good, Brogdon. Brogdon's got 6 in the quarter.
Yeah, maybe a little disengaged in the first quarter. Ball didn't come his way. He's really provided some scoring in the second quarter of action.
Passes it to Vucevic. Buries it down low.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Well, on the defensive end, this is a joke. The lack of awareness is exactly why this team is so far behind.
And Bledsoe, here we go. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. For Milwaukee, they have converted 7 of 11 free throw attempts up to this point in the game. And the technical free throw, missing that time. They'll retain possession here, however.
Well, Brogdon being the Rookie of the Year and coming in and doing a great job for the Milwaukee Bucks. This is a guy who could play either guard position and has a great mentality and great poise as a point guard.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Tony Snell comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Hill in for Eric Bledsoe. Here's Isaac. And that one is stuffed right through.
Nigga,
Yeah,
what?
Isaac, he just makes dunking look easy. It has an incredible reach and quickly gets up off the floor to throw that one down.
It's stolen by Fultz. And they're moving up. Trying to break that ice cold streak. And he sends the
Done.
leg.
I'm done.
Fultz has got his second.
Yo!
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Snell finds Hill. Second chance shot. And the layup is up and in.
What the fuck, man?
Hill's got 8 points.
And his teammates have to step up just a little bit more. He's been lights out. Needs a bit more support.
And it's going to be a
Yo,
goaltender.
what the fuck going on, man? How the fuck niggas ain't getting back on fucking defense? What kind of fucking bootleg ass game is this, man? This nigga didn't even score.
Call here.
Bootleg
So
ass
they'll
shit,
foul
man.
the bucket.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Jason Terry has checked in for Tony Snell. Sterling Brown comes in for Malcolm Brogdon. And it's Eric Bledsoe in for Hill. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And the foul goes against Orlando. And he knocks down the first one. George Hill's checked in for Eric Bledsoe. That misses, so he splits the free throw.
Yo, man, there's difficulties on some other shit right now, man. I'm not gonna hold you, y'all. The fuck, man? Oh, see? How the fuck I'm able to adjust this shit in the game?
Magic leading by 16. Fultz with the ball. Kicks it to Vucevic. Back to Fultz. High post Vucevic. Shot clock at 5. For 3, Fournier. Second shot opportunity. And it's sent back by Hill.
That's pretty much all length from George Hill to get to that rejection.
So for Milwaukee, their last game, a win against Dallas. Out to the right wing. Vucevic against Lopez. Fultz kicks to Fournier. Goes up on the wing. And that one hits back iron.
Wow, huge sigh of relief for the defense on that possession. You cannot give mid-range shooters any space like that to operate.
On the wing, Jason Terry. Back to Brown. Now here's Ilyasova. He's tightly guarded. There's the dish to Hill. Shoots from 12. It's hauled in by the Magic. Vucevic has got his 6th rebound on the night. Hey, Bill, thanks for coming by. Fantastic stuff as usual. We really appreciate your time.
Appreciate being on Go Celtics.
You can't root on these people.
I'm absolutely rooting. That's my team.
And Brent, always cool, isn't it, to hear what Bill's thinking? He comes at things from a variety of angles.
Yeah, the pop culture stuff and the bits from personal life and his interaction around the game. He certainly has a passion for basketball, and it's great that Bill's adding some color to the audience's experience.
Fultz kicks to Fournier. Fires it up. Isaac misses.
Yeah, bad shot there. Trust is lacking. You got to be willing to make the extra pass.
Yeah, just too anxious to try and make something happen out there. This is about the team, not about you.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Here's Fultz.
How the fuck did she go in?
Fultz has got 4 this quarter.
And that's the kind of move that will always pay off, even against tight defense like he was facing on that possession.
Hill deciding where to go with it. Lopez outside. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Hill's got 4 assists now tonight.
I'd like to see George Hill distribute to his teammates a heads-up play there.
That shot misses. And so it's the Orlando Magic holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. The first half was all about Aaron Gordon. He had 16 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 block. Shaq, what'd you think about the Magic?
Well, it was an unselfish, team-oriented half of basketball. The ball never stopped moving. Their offense had a great flow.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. A fantastic game from Aaron Gordon in this one.
Well, we saw in the first half, he has a nice mixture of moves down low, and they've been going to him.
Well, he's a volume scorer in the post, and right now the volume's at 11, so if you're not going to run doubles at him, we'll see if he can get more of that done in the second half.
And so in the game for the Magic, inside we have Gordon and Vucevic. Augustine and Fournier are in the backcourt. Isaac in at the 3 slot. One of my favorite moves is the Euro step. I know it's one of yours as well. There are a lot of guys that can do it well.
Well, I got to see Manu Ginobili step around me for years in San Antonio. But I think James Harden is still the most devastating Euro step player we have in the game. There's something about the lefties, isn't there, Kevin? We have a hard time figuring
They
a
throw
lefty
you off.
out.
They throw you off automatically just by the left hand.
Right.
And they had the little side step.
And James Harden with the shiftiness and the way he moves the ball around and draws contact. I know there are a lot of people that get aggravated by that, but he's nearly impossible to stop, especially when he's got his passport with the Euro step.
He slithers. Brown against Fournier.
Bullshit.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Shot clock at 6. Feeds to Gordon. Pass to Isaac. Magic moving the ball around.
Yo, these niggas missed the shot and be the first one at the ball.
Awesome.
Get the fuck out of here,
One
man.
the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Mirotic passes to Wilson, and Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the
Niggas
game.
miss the shot and be the first one at the fucking ball. Fucking
Here's Wilson.
bootleg ass shit.
He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Pass to Brown. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Antetokounmpo. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Magic leading by 12. Down low. Here's Isaac. Nice pass. Nice catch and a resounding dunk.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
When you're playing from behind, you cannot let your opponent have things that are that easy. And that was easy.
He kicks to Fournier. To the middle. Here's Gordon. And the
Shit out of here.
rejection by
Stupid
Antetokounmpo.
ass bitch.
Brown the pass to Mirotic. To the paint. Wilson.
Oh my god.
Banked in off the
Oh
glass.
fuck.
Wilson's got 6.
I like the physicality there on the glass on full display. Great at hitting the boards and then capitalizing off the second chance opportunity.
Here's the pass to Isaac. Kicks it to Vucevic. Over Wilson. Vucevic with the bucket.
Still goes in.
14 points for him.
Didn't have any problem knocking that one down. Another defensive lapse leading to 2 more.
Timeout called the Bucks.
Well, you just have to love the skill Vucevic shows on the offensive end. I mean, he can erupt for big scoring nights if you don't keep him in check, and it gives you a little bit of everything from an offensive standpoint.
Chris Middleton's checked in for Milwaukee. Malcolm Brogdon comes in for Brown. Terrence Ross is checked in for the Magic. Grant comes in for Evan Fournier. Hill finds Brogdon. It's Hill on the wing, guarded by Augustine. They get it back.
I give the defense a C+ on that possession, but still, I'm sure he's upset he missed.
Snatched up. Vucevic uses the glass to finish the layup.
These
And
niggas
that
is boxing
bucket
us out,
adds to
man.
what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the 2 teams.
Now Hill, 8 points for him. It's Brogdon on the wing. He's covered by Grant. The shot by Brogdon, no good.
Fucking faggot ass nigga, man.
Guys, Vucevic doing more shooting from range the last couple of years, further improving his versatile offensive game.
Yeah, and when he was younger, he got his points by going to work on the block. Still can do that, but now prefers to float outside and stretch the defense. Very soft touch on that jump shot, no matter if it comes from inside or out.
Gordon kicks to Ross. Pass to Augustine. Here's Grant. It's good from long range.
Niggas is making
Grant's got
straightaway
5 points so
fucking
far.
threes, man.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Hill. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Yeah, smart play there. George Hill, good at figuring out ways in the paint to score the basketball.
Grant against Brogdon. Grant the pass to Vucevic. Down low. Here's Augustine.
calling
And
a
the
foul
call
on this?
on the shot. It sends him to the line. Over the last decade or so, a huge transformation, Brent, in the way games are played.
Wow,
Do you see
man.
any additional changes
This
on the
shit is
horizon?
Wow.
I wonder if the league will think about, and I think it'd be interesting, if they had a three-point line that just disintegrated into the sideline. We have the split, we have the archway, right? We go down the sidelines. It's really interesting if the league, maybe in Summer League, experimented with the three-point line being equidistant the whole way around.
Going right out of bounds.
Yeah, so right out of bounds, it eliminates the corner three. It would impact the way you would defend the corner shot, because now it doesn't have a value of 3. 1 point more for a shorter shot seems to be a little unfair as it is, and we know it's the most valuable shot in basketball.
No doubt.
But I wonder how
Oh
that
my
would look.
God.
Maybe Adam Silver and the committee will
This
look
nigga
at a Summer
can't
League
get
where
one
the
rebound.
three-point line just disappears in the sideline, eliminating the corner three.
And Middleton kicks to Wilson. Back to Middleton. Pass to Hill. Pass to Mirotic. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Out to the wing. Augustine looking around. Back to Grant.
Whatever, man.
And there's the pass to Vucevic.
Crazy.
Over Wilson. And it's Vucevic
Get the
missing.
fucking ball.
Milwaukee trails by 18. Wilson the pass to Hill. Back to Wilson. Mirotic dishes to Hill. Passes it to Wilson.
Oh, this
Vucevic
nigga
with
missed
the
the
rebound.
damn shot.
Vucevic has
Yo.
got 14 rebounds in the game. Class eating. They get it back. Ross. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Ross has got his second bucket of the game to go. Hill kicks to Brogdon. Good. The assist goes to Hill. Hill's got his 5th assist in this one.
Brogdon going up with a purpose now here on the interior.
Here's Augustine bringing it up now for the Magic. After this game wraps up, they're off to Atlanta where they'll take on the Hawks. And that game will be game 2 of 3 straight on the road. And it's Grant in the corner. Goes up the baseline. Misses off the left iron. Milwaukee's gone 2 of 3 when they've ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Middleton can't get it to go.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
Vucevic, and Vucevic throws it down.
He's just so efficient, getting his points within the flow of the offense. Great recipe for success.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And Nikola Vucevic is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. And some changes here for the Bucks. Lopez, he's checked in for Wilson. Ilyasova comes in for Mirotic. Eric Bledsoe is subbed in for Hill. And a switcher also for Orlando. Fultz, he's checked in for Augustine. And Orlando making a change here. Bamba's checked in, and that one falls for Middleton.
And Chris Middleton, 2 seasons ago, tore his hamstring completely off the bone. I mean, he's come back and hasn't missed a beat. One of the most well-rounded players.
Get shit out of here. The fucking ball, man.
Here is Bledsoe. Brogdon finds Bledsoe. Pass to Lopez. Now Middleton. Bledsoe looking around. Pass to Brogdon. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Brogdon's got 10 points. And Chris Middleton with maybe, Greg, his best season yet in 2017-18.
It just seems like he gets better every year. A former second-round pick, now all-star caliber. He's worked extremely hard, stayed in the lab, and now we're seeing the results.
Here's Ross. And it's Eric Bledsoe with the rebound.
He's still looking for his shot. Somehow they're winning. They'd like to get him going.
Here's Lopez.
Oh,
Target
man.
from
One
three-point
fucking
range.
shot.
And if they know what's
Fuck.
good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes
Yo,
the
why is this nigga
ball on the
just chilling?
three-point lane. And he wasn't about to do anything that would get him in trouble there.
Nope, up and in with a one-hand finish, the most basic possible. Middleton the pass to Brogdon. The Bucks working the ball around. No good from Bledsoe.
Trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but thus far, not working.
Yeah, I hope it hasn't gone to his head. He may be trying too hard at this point.
Oh my God, get the rebound!
Grant gets a wide open look. And again,
Yo,
it's the Magic.
I'm about to fucking throw this game somewhere, yo.
And you know what? It's paying off with those second chance points.
Grant against Bledsoe. Middleton trying to break free. Shot's good by Bledsoe. He has 6.
And how about the physique of Eric Bledsoe there? Terrific at sticking it to the defense even when he gets pinballed around a bit.
Grant kicks to Ross. 1:58 left in the third quarter. Outside Gordon. Here's Grant.
Oh,
again, the Magic score.
Yeah, certainly an attitude change at halftime after sort of wandering around in the first. He's kicked it into gear here for the second frame.
Bledsoe finds Brogdon. And out of bounds is the Magic will gain possession.
Bullshit ass shit, man.
Jonathan Isaac comes in for Terrence Ross, and Fournier subbed in for Jaren Grant. Now here's Fultz, guarded by Bledsoe, shot from 12. Offensive rebound. Whistle blows, bucket is good. He'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half, sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead. And with Mohamed Bamba, one of the first things you notice is that 7'9" wingspan. I mean, yeah, he's got to add more muscle on that frame, but he can use that reach already to make an impact at both ends.
Fournier against Brogdon. Isaac. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Middleton the pass to Brogdon. From downtown.
Trying to come back, Kevin. And
Ball answer. What the fuck was that? Yo, man, you know what? I'm turning this game off, bro. Niggas is fucking cheating, bro. Niggas is fucking cheating. Nah, niggas is cheating, man. Niggas is cheating, bro.
A different
Can't
look from
fucking play
Milwaukee.
this shit. Niggas
Tony
is fucking
Snell's checked
cheating,
in for
man.
Chris Middleton. And it's Sterling Brown in for Brogdon. Fournier against Brown. And Fournier kicks to Bamba. Passes to Fultz. Beyond the arc. Cans it from downtown. Fultz has got 9 points.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
No good from Bledsoe.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Here's Fultz. And he banks in the layup. Fultz has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Now here's Bledsoe. He's got 6. Here's Brown. Carries it down low. He's got 5.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Nikola Vucevic firing on all cylinders for the Orlando Magic. His work on the glass was outstanding in that quarter. Great rebounding. Brilliant. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feet. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. On to Antetokounmpo out there with Tony Snell. Then there's Bledsoe. Then there's Brown. And it's Wilson in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Magic leading by 20. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Here's Antetokounmpo, stolen by Gordon. And even 3-on-3 break. Here's Fournier. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And when you look at Evan Fournier, he's just a reliable source for points whenever he's on the floor.
Yeah, and Fournier is a bit of a quiet scorer. I mean, he always ends up.
Y'all out of seasons after this shit, man. Some fucking bullshit, yo.
Terrific shooter who just makes the most of his touches and his minutes whenever he's on the floor.
Snell dishes to Brown. Pass to Bledsoe. One team owner proposed that we should abolish the draft and have
these niggas be making all those shots,
giving lesser teams a bigger pool of money to spend. Just some of the ideas these teams in the league is throwing out there.
Well, that's an interesting idea. The one that I heard about last summer was in Houston trying to flip-flop free agency.
All those shots be going in for the computer, though.
So that all of a sudden what you could do is draft players after it is that you've made all your free agent acquisitions, so you could draft positionally, you know you're set up for your team next year. And the more I've thought about that, Kevin, coming into the season, the more I like it. So we'll see what kind of traction that gets.
Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish.
Well, his struggles are consuming the rest of the team here tonight. He's got to find his rhythm and find it fast.
The shot's good from Fournier.
And a terrific use of the floater, unguardable really, because you can't do anything defensively to stop it.
Here's Wilson. And again, the Bucks miss. Magic have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Hill is checked in for the Bucks. The Bucks have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one made. Here's Antetokounmpo, and Antetokounmpo screws it in.
Come on, fuck the replay, man.
Right now, going to work so good, so long, and just terrorizing the deep.
Pass to Awandu. A three-pointer, no good.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Hill kicks to Antetokounmpo. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And from everything you hear about Giannis Antetokounmpo, he keeps a laser focus. Basketball and his family are his sole preoccupation.
And some have even compared Giannis to Kobe Bryant for his single-minded dedication, Greg, to
of an introvert. Not a guy you'll find out on the town or schmoozing with other stars. He's content to save outside pursuits for after his playing days are done.
Ilyasova, he's checked in for the Bucks.
It is so tough to make those kind of shots with the defense draped all over you.
Here's Wilson, and the layup's good off the glass.
They are just killing him on the interior.
3rd minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Here's Hill.
God damn.
Shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
That was pretty clever right there, knowing how to finish, and you knew the contact was coming from somewhere.
Free throw drops for Hill.
Now, you look at George Hill's game, and he doesn't wow you in any way, but he's a complete basketball player. Strong outside shooter, but might be most valuable defensively. Often regarded as one of the best defensive guards in the league. And each bucket at this point feels like a backbreaker.
Well, to win at this level consistently, you cannot be faint of heart, and he's going in for the kill.
Brown the pass to Snell. Back to Brown. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Wilson. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Wilson's got 4 this quarter. And with Hill and his defense, perhaps what is best about it is that he can guard Greg both
The
guard
fuck?
positions, and that makes him valuable.
Yeah, and that flexibility gives a coach and his lineup so much leeway. Hill has a great wingspan, about 6'9", and can be very disruptive defensively. Very good at fighting through screens to stick with his assignments as well. Oh, here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rim. No good on the triple. And so it's Augustine who will bring it up for the Orlando Magic. As the league's star power grows, we see more players taking on roles in entertainment, which is kind of interesting. Do you think that's a distraction at all?
Did you know that I was in a
foul?
myself, Kevin?
Why do you think I'm bringing this up?
Oh,
You have
okay.
first-hand knowledge of this stuff.
Yo.
The fingerprints are all over this question.
Yeah, not a distraction. I mean, come on, it's an opportunity for guys to
It was
go.
fun, right? You loved your experience, didn't you?
I did love my experience. I did a couple commercials when I was in Los Angeles. It's a lot of fun.
And you were good.
You're amazing.
And
Kevin. Thank you
they
for
won,
that.
and they won awards.
Thank you. The things did win awards.
I know.
You're very kind. It's not a distraction, though. These guys
No.
are kids. They want to do things. They want to do things musically. They want to be on stage. They want to be in movies. They want to do TV shows.
Oh, God.
Why not?
Here's Fournier, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
Well, it fires up your teammates and the fans when you make plays like that out in the open court and explosive.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with two hands on that stuff. And the basket by Gordon. Milwaukee's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Wilson kicks to Snell. Back to Wilson. Latrey tries again, and he lays it up and in.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
Outside Fournier. Front past the arc. Rebound Milwaukee. Here's Snell. He dishes it to Brown. This is the second year with the sponsored patches on the jersey. Advertising, more or less. You've gotten used to seeing those things.
Yeah, I think it was no problem last year. I
Small,
thought,
they're
some
unintrusive, right?
teams did some really cool creative things with the color schemes, and I don't think we've seen the last of that, Kevin.
We see it in European games on their jerseys.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard to recognize the number with how many
Yeah,
advertisements
right.
are on the jerseys.
Or a
but
billboard.
Yeah, I don't think we're done with it yet.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. And Fournier kicks to Gordon.
Oh, God.
And the shot falls short this time. For Milwaukee, they've gone through the fourth quarter shooting 50%, 7 of 14. Antetokounmpo with the bucket.
A little quickness from Antetokounmpo there blows right past the D.
Orlando leading by 20. And here's Augustine. The pass to Vucevic. Back to Augustine. And it's sent back by Lopez. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating.
Yeah, he might not be the biggest guy out there, but he's willing to rip that rim off.
The Magic have gone only 6 of 14 from the field in the fourth. And the foul
A
on Eric
fucking
Bledsoe.
foul. No.
It's foul number 2 for him.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Some fucking faggot ass shit, y'all.
Bledsoe against Augustine.
Well, call a foul on that.
Inside, Vucevic, and good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine.
Bootleg as fuck, yo.
Augustine's got assist number 9 now. Wow, what an effort here tonight. Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. Stolen by Gordon. And now, here comes Augustine, leading the break. They get a hand on it. Isaac passes to Augustine.
I can't get the fucking ball, though.
Now, here's Isaac. Not a lot of room. Here's Vucevic, and they convert it last on attempt number 3.
Yo.
Vucevic has got 12 points in just the second
rigged, man.
Antetokounmpo finds Middleton. Antetokounmpo against Gordon. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Giannis just plays so hard. What's not to like about the approach he has game in and game out?
Augustine against Bledsoe. Outside Gordon. Floats one. And Vucevic with the basket on the assist by Augustine. And it's now 26 points for Vucevic.
So far, he's a can't-miss player. A superb scorer who plays to his strength.
And it's out of bounds.
Fucking rigged ass fucking game, yo.
Last touch by Bledsoe. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Magic. And Augustine kicks to Vucevic. Dishes it to Fournier. Shot number 12
Everything
goes in.
goes
He's made
in.
7.
Everything goes in.
Now.
Every fucking thing goes
his
in.
foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Timeout called, the Bucks. Brent, they're always trying to make the All-Star game itself more competitive. Is that an important thing to do?
I don't think overall it's important to do it, Kevin. I mean, it is an exhibition, but I do
They
like
got
the
30 fucking
attentiveness
rebounds.
of the players over the past couple of years talking about how it is they want to approach the game. It ends up being a high-scoring affair with a lot of highlights, but overall, it's not the most important thing for the weekend.
Antetokounmpo passes to Brogdon. And the Bucks miss again.
Oh, you just relish those kind of opportunities, and the defense got lucky, but they need to guard that area of the floor a little bit better.
Shot by Gordon, wide open. That 3 off the mark.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Lopez, no luck. Orlando's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range.
Clearly a foul of frustration right there.
And the first one drops. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting it well here in the fourth quarter, 50%.
50%, but I'm fucking losing.
Antetokounmpo
Stupid ass shit, man.
uses the glass to finish the layup. Antetokounmpo's got 13 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, the onslaught continues. He's been unstoppable now for a couple of nights.
Well, a tip of the cap to the coaching staff here. They're recognizing how well he's playing, so the game plan has been built around it.
Fournier's shot is off.
That's a great effort on defense. He definitely rushed his shot a little bit down low.
Down it goes. Nice one there from Antetokounmpo.
The defense has to feel pretty helpless right now. It's Antetokounmpo showing he's got the talent to hit some of the more difficult shots out there.
Magic leading by 22. Stolen by Middleton. And now the fast break. Brogdon with the ball. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Orlando.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And so all the hard work here tonight converted into a tally in the win column. It'll be 26 on the year.
And bragging rights between these teams were on the line today, and they put in some very good work to earn it.
And a great team effort tonight, helped in large part with contributions, and the nice night it ended up being for Vucevic.
Just a force on the glass, did a fantastic job crashing the boards and coming up with seemingly every rebound. Malcolm Brogdon, the second-round pick, he won the Rookie of the Year in 2017. Maybe we shouldn't have been surprised at all. In Virginia, he was the ACC Player of the Year and the ACC Defensive Player of the Year. Solid foundation coming into the league.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Ross is checked in for Gordon. Jonathan Simmons comes in for Fournier. And it's Grant in for Augustine. Up again. The rebound by Middleton. And the wide open shot from Bledsoe. And a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in.
Shooting off the pass, that means Bledsoe set himself early and was ready to let it fly.
Grant surveying the D. Now the feed to Vucevic. He kicks to Ross. Passes it to Isaac. Shot clock at 6. The Magic need to get a shot.
Oh my God! What the fuck?
Yeah, with this lead, that's probably going to do it. Fans heading for the exits.
The team came in fired up from the opening tip. You can see the focus.
Yo, I ain't playing this
Ready
shit
to
no
do
more.
battle.
I'm dead ass, yo.
Here's Lopez. And another three for Milwaukee.
He can play very well away from the basket. Lopez has the kind of range that not many 7-footers possess, and it's a great asset for him.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up for Brett.
These niggas had 25 second chance points. 23 offensive fucking rebounds, man. You can't be fucking serious, man.